How did wars start? Well, I would argue that we've never been out of war. We seem to be a warlike species, don't we? This little period of so-called peace that we have, we haven't had any. We've only experienced peace in our backyard. There's been some kind of conflict going on somewhere that never stops. You see, when you think about it, if we had actual world peace, where there wasn't a single bit of animosity or a single bit of conflict for 1 week, it would stay that way because people would be like, oh, this is great. There's been no bad news on the news. Hey, look, turn the news off. Turn it off. I had a goose tried to tell me the other week that I need to wake up a bit and watch the news. Oh, come on. What do you think makes you sleep? What do you think keeps you walking around like a brainwashed zombie? The fucking news. How do they manufacture consent for conflict? The news. It's all the news. There's no ganoos like good ganoos. With Gary Ganoos. Who remembers Gary Ganoos? Gary Ganoos. So, coming back to how I started. Oh God, what were you so having the day to that? Oh. Do you think they start with a bullet? No. 1914, World War One. They didn't start with a bullet. Started with treaties. Started with conversations that we're not privy to. Started with conversations between governments from all around the world who seem to be quite capable of sitting in the same room or the same train carriage as one another during conflict. On the war stage. Why do you think they call it the political stage? Or the military stage, or on the stage of war? What do you do on a stage? You act. It's an act of war. You don't have to play the part, you know. You don't have to play the part in the theatre of war on a stage. On the parliamentary stage, as we enter into the theatre of war. What the fuck? Spelling much? How does it start? It starts with skullduggery. Lies. Dishonesty. Now who is this skullduggery, lies and dishonesty between? Trust me, they've all got each other's back. It's between them and us. We're the ones being lied to. We're the ones who are convinced to go to war. They don't need any convincing. They've already agreed on it. It's so simple. This is why I get wound up or go on tangents. This is why I spend an all day, every day pretty much dedicating myself to this. Every time I look into something and I'll make a video and I'll click on things related to it, which reminds me of other lessons that my grandfather taught me when I was young, very young. It's like a big revision test for me, a big revision I'm cramming, studying and passing that on. Actual, verifiable, relevant history. What year Captain James Cook came to Australia is irrelevant. What year the Battle of Hastings took place in 1066 is irrelevant. All the facts that this is even Adolf Hitler said this, and he was bang on the money. All the irrelevant trivial facts and figures and it's fruitless. It's a waste of time learning that. The most important thing you can learn is the causation. What caused it? What ended it? What agreement was come to? What agreement was not honoured? And I think you'll find every time the agreement's not honoured is the social contract between government and its people. Do you want to go to war? Do you ever ask to go to war? Do you ask to go to another country and shoot upon people you don't know? To put someone's dad, someone's son, someone's brother, someone's daughter, sister, mum in the crosshairs of a rifle that someone made you take up? Isn't that funny? They're in the middle of taking what's left of our firearms back completely off us. Why? Because, maybe the numbers of firearms are getting up a little bit higher with private ownership, when there might be someone capable of handing out a dozen firearms to his mates. Can't be having that, can they? They have to control the numbers of firearms again. Do you know what else legislature's coming through? Reapplying for your firearms licence once a year, every year. You have to sit the tests and go and jump through the hoops, and every year the hoops will move, the goalposts will get moved further away. There'll be more and more legislature that you have to pass. Soon they're going to be trying to throw psychological harassment, psychological assault and mental manipulation charges on people, like that can be gauged somehow, like it can be proven. Doesn't have to be proven, it just has to be a claim. Why? Because they just say so. You see, how can you prove that you have or haven't? Because it's a psychological thing. Everybody knows how to manipulate, just some people have enough conscience to not do it. We're being manipulated by the people that are saying that we're trying to manipulate. Guns, wars and conflict, military conflict doesn't start with bullets. It starts with agreements. Two countries have to agree to go to war. Harsh. Seemed to be. A bit nerd, wasn't it? Ah. You see, we'll do it. So you've got two sides. Now, they're arguing apparently, so we're told. And they want to annex that land and they want to annex this land, and China wants to invade Taiwan. Okay. So, in the meantime, while we're watching the news and this is going on, and Russia and NATO are going through with an ethnic cleansing of Ukraine, and we have allegedly a terror attack in Bondi. Oh, it was a terror attack, all right. Who was the attack against? Gee, I don't know. Those in the wrong place. See, sometimes you set the wrong troops in the wrong place. But, you know, meanwhile, while we're watching the news and all this is going on, and we're hopping up and down and marching around in our lounge rooms and with our self-righteous, opinionated, indoctrinated beliefs that were planted there by somebody else, and Orange Man bad, and it just goes on and on and on, and we just keep finding new things to fight with one another about. Well, we don't find them. We're told what to fight about. Immigration, the housing crisis. Oh, geez, there's too many poor people who are self-entitled living in housing. And while we're still fighting, and this is going on, and the pieces are being put into place without our even knowing it. Next thing you know, we're going to war. What, we're going to war? Yeah. Why would we do that? For God and country. Oh, really? Why would we do that? Because they're coming for our country and they want our resources. Oh. Okay. So let me get this straight. We've got two sides in a world war between two governments. Sure do. Oh. So, if the governments are the ones going to war, yeah, then why can't the government sort it out? Oh, because they've already made agreements. But they'll come and have a meeting with each other while we're still fighting. No, we decided we're still going to have war with each other. We've agreed to disagree. Does that mean we all still have to wipe each other out? Come on, people, grow up. And what's left on the table? Whoop. Bishops, kings, knights, castles, queens. Yes, I know, it was a pretty rugged looking game of chess. I hadn't played it for many years, it's not the point. The point is I'm making a point. What do you see on the table? The hierarchy of control. And where's everybody else? Back in the box. That's us, by the way. The ones who remain that aren't dead. And what do we have to do? Rebuild. For them. Now think about it. All of those are us. Yep. Yep. It's only 4 bishops. 2 each side. There's only 4 knights. 2 each side. There's only 4 castles. 2 for each side. There's only 1 king and queen on each side. You think maybe they are using these guys and these guys and these guys to play us off against one another? How do wars start? By setting up the game. Then what does it take? What does it take for the war to go kinetic, for the war to go hot? Who moves first? I think you saw who move first. We the people. Who moves last? The people that send us. And what do? Capitulate and come to an agreement. Once the numbers of those who there are to protect them are too low. Because once that happens, if they let it get too low, we have to witness them go to war, and they don't want to go to war. Ever heard of continuation of governance? That's why in wartime, the regime doesn't change. Prime ministers and presidents remain the same throughout the entire war, under the continuation of governance. Everything comes under martial law. You're now being ruled by martial law under the continuation of governance. There's no elections, there's no toppling governments, there's no regime change. Isn't it funny how we can't have regime change during war, but we can during times of peace? The only reason we shoot upon each other is because we perceive. Because we perceive and believe the words they twist together to deceive. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. We're stuck in a web, people. The web. It used to be a web of control that was drawn up on a piece of paper. Now we're all stuck in the World Wide Web. www. Get out of it. That's not freedom of speech. That will not stop a war. You're stuck in a web.